Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now because this is not the show for you. Now, what I'm gonna do for you right now is I'm gonna play a lady who's reacting to a video that went viral maybe a year ago. And she's gonna make some very interesting points. Like it seems like, that today's modern day black woman simply just wants to bash us. It's like a part two of the video that I already dropped today, but it's more detailed, so I want to do it again. Now I gotta let you know, with this reaction video, you're not gonna see a whole lot of visual clips because she did it mostly like in an audio form. But it's perfect for you to listen to. You still can hear everything clearly. It's really good for people who driving. But you'll see something, all right? But you gotta really listen to what this lady's saying, I think. So I think you might really enjoy this. So hold on for 1 second as I pull it up. Boom. Let me go ahead and get started now. You let me know what you think about this one in the comments, man. Better get deep.
Back, you guys. Now, in this video, there's this black woman who is saying that she believes 80% of black women don't like black men. I definitely want to hear your take on this and what you guys think. I'm gonna go ahead and play what she had to say, and then we're gonna respond.
Black men, I'm gonna say it from me to you. This is just straight up. Black women, 80% of them, they don't like you. 80%, I'm probably sure it's more. But at least 80% of black women in this day and age, it don't matter how old or young they are, they have a general dislike and hatred for you.
Can we really disagree with what she says? Based on the stuff that we hear, based on the things we hear women say about us on social media and the things they say about us in their hip hop music, even in their R&B music, can we really sit here or stand wherever you at right now and honestly say that we don't feel that majority of black women do not like black men? Okay? Can you really say that? When you look out there and you see how they treat good men who are actually trying to be good men towards them and how they dog them out, try to break them, break their pockets, try to use them for stuff, can you really tell me that majority of black women in mass genuinely care about black men right now? In 2024, can you really say that? There might be a handful of women who do, but on the other hand, man, it's terrible. Let's keep going.
Like and hatred for you. That's your real climate, brother. See, I'm not telling you something that you ain't already felt. I'm telling you something that you know. I think it's more too. I truly think it's more too. I think it's more too. And I'm tired of being the one that's not talking about it. I said this. This is one of the main reasons I don't have a lot of black female friends. I really don't, y'all. I don't. I couldn't imagine what it would be like as a black man to want to fuck these bitches, to want to wife them up and have babies.
All right, so what do you think about what she had to say? Do you agree or disagree with what she's saying? One thing for certain is, one thing that I can agree with her is I don't have a whole lot of female friends, just friends in general myself, partly because of somewhat of that reason, because you hear so many women speak such ill will towards black men. And I just didn't see that to be the truth. Now, once again, just to clarify for the people in the back, I don't think that every man is great and every man is doing the right thing. No, because there's some messed up men just as well as there are messed up women. So I'm not saying by no means that all men are just everything in a bag of chips. No, there are a lot of messed up men and there are a lot of messed up women. So let's just be clear. But you do hear how women feel about black men all the time. You rarely hear men talking about black women in a negative way across the board. You rarely hear men saying how women ain't shit and women.
That's what I said in my previous video that I released today, that in mass, you don't really hear a lot of black men pulling black women down in conversation. Even on podcasts, I see black men with women on podcasts and they trying to really get their logical points across to them, and they may be sitting right next to a hostile black woman and she just yelling and screaming, "You're wrong, I'm right," and all this stuff like that. Even on those type of podcasts, you hardly ever see men try to tear them down. There are some podcasts that if you get up there, they'll try to rip you apart. But for the most part, most men, black men, are not trying to tear them down. They're really trying to get those women to change. Like I said, you can't change these women. You just give that up. That's something that they got to do on their own. You just work with the ones who want to work with you. You can't save these people. Like they said, don't save her, She don't want to be saved. Don't save her. Let her do what she gonna do. Let her bump her head. Let her go through whatever she got to go through. It's her life. Like they say, their body, their choice, and all the other stuff. So let them deal with that stuff, man. Know what I mean? But in mass, or even the numbers show that most black men desire and choose to marry within their own racial demographic. They want to be with other black women. Now, the thing is with black American women, your behavior is what forces men into the arms of a different ethnic group, or it forces a man into another black woman from a different cultural background who has been raised differently than how the women in America have been raised. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of black men are still marrying in their black racial demographic, but they're marrying women who don't have this westernized mindset, because honestly, you can't do nothing with a woman who thinks the way that today's modern day woman thinks. There's nothing you can do with her. She's a lost cause. Okay? She all about herself. She want to be a baddie. She want to get 5-inch eyelashes and 20-inch long nails. That's what she want to do. Okay? It's just nothing you can do for them. You got to let them go. All you can do is smash and dash, hit it and quit it until you find the one for you. It's sad that you got to say something like that, but I'd rather say that than a good man get hooked up to a bad woman and then he loses it all, and he finds out the hard way that the woman that he was in love with really wasn't Dookie. You get what I'm saying? Let's keep going.
In a negative way across the board. You rarely hear men saying how women ain't shit and women are this and women are bad and women are just horrible and women ain't this and women ain't that. But you certainly hear a lot of women make it very known, and they always talk about how they don't like black men, and black men are at the bottom of the totem pole and they don't care, and everything negative. You rarely hear women say positive things about black men. So what is that gonna lead us to believe? That majority of women don't like black men. You speak so negatively of them, so why would they not think otherwise? You know, and most people are starting to think the same thing, because if all I hear is negative stuff, all I hear is how bad they are and this and that, well, I'm gonna think that you don't like them. And even if what they were saying was truthful, they're really speaking out of how they feel about it, and they don't seem to have any hope or give any advice to what they can do better or try to assist them in certain things. If they
A reason why they're not trying to assist them or have any solutions to their problems is because they don't want to see the other women happy. They don't want to see other women succeed where they have failed themselves in relationship. In our community, in my most humble opinion, our women are some of the most vindictive, vengeful, hateful-hearted, mean-spirited, and miserable women there is. They do not want to see other people make it, man or woman. It's just what it is, and especially women. Women hate to see other women do better than them. I'm just being honest with you. Women hate to see another woman happy or being traditional to a man, getting what she deserves from a man because she's being feminine and traditional minded towards him, and she's happy about that fact. So she comes along and try to poison her relationship by getting in her head. Girl, you don't have to do all that. It don't take all that. You know what I mean? What? So you can't come out? Oh, he's your slave master. I mean, I thought that was your husband. I thought that was your man. I didn't know he was your slave master. Girl, it ain't gonna hurt you. Come on out here for a little bit, for a couple hours. Come deal with it. We're gonna go to the club, girl. It's gonna be all right. You know what I mean? Nothing gonna happen. And sometimes they be saying that shit because they want you to go to the club so something can happen, so that you can be tempted by other good-looking men out there. I'm gonna tell you something. Ain't nobody that strong. If you put the most righteous person around a tempting sin, something that's very tempting over a period of time, not once or twice, not 3 times, not 4 times. Let's say you exposed to that temptation for 2-3 years, or every time you go out, that temptation is going to pull on you and pull on you. And then one day you might be having an argument with your man. You might be down and out, whatever it may be. You may be vulnerable. And here it is. You right next to that temptation to stray because your girlfriend wants you to come out there because she's not happy for you. But you women don't think like that. You think everybody your day ones. You think everybody your ace boon coon. You think everybody's your friend. A lot of your friends ain't nothing more but frenemies. Enemies who pose as friends. Frenemies. That's what a lot of you are. You need to start trusting your man if you got a good man. And you can't tell me that you don't know. See, this is what pisses me off. Every woman knows when they get a good man. Even the worst woman, even a woman who's been with 1,000 Pookies, 1,000 Ray Rays, 1 million Nook Nooks, they can tell when they got a good man because they got a bad experience to compare the new experience to, because they went through the mud with the other person. Women can feel it because they're emotional. They can tell when a man really likes them or loves them. You get what I'm saying? So it's no excuse. Y'all need training. Who raised you, mother? Who raised you? I'm trying to cut some of the cussing out, y'all. So like when I get my Patreon, I'm gonna be pop, pop, pop. I'm gonna be letting it go, man. I'm just gonna get a few more subscribers before I do the Patreon, though. It's on this way, baby. Trust me, it's on this way.
Care. Usually if somebody cares, they'll try to do things to help better the situation, as opposed to constantly putting you down and constantly saying you ain't shit and constantly talk about what you ain't got and how much they're better. I told you guys in previous videos that I think women, more women have problems with black men because I think they actually want to be the leaders. They want to take the place of men. I really do. And of course, it's not all women, but a lot of them, I think they do. This is why there's so much focus on how much money they make and how they're, doing so much better than black men. It's like, it's a competition. Like they're trying to be better than men and be the leaders and so that they can gloat about it and I don't know what's like there's a race or something. I don't know what race they're trying to win. I agree with what she's saying because it seems like it's that way. I mean, all the evidence points toward it. And I know that there are good black women who adore black men, who understand that all black men ain't just trash, but it seems like the majority are the ones that are speaking out. So when you hear a woman speak highly of black men, the other ones just look like somebody done stole their bike. They look upset, like it's a lie, like they don't want to hear anything positive about black men. Like you just have some type of issue with black men and you just don't seem to care. And to me, that says something about their mentality and how they think in their state of mind. Like you just can't go out here and say that all black men ain't shit when you have not met all black men. You have not been around all black men. You haven't experienced all black men. So all black men aren't the same, but they want to paint this narrative that they are. And in a negative way, and that's the part that I don't like because I know that that's not true. Because to say that all men ain't shit and they're all bad, you're talking about your fathers, you're talking about your brothers, you're talking about your uncles, any good men that you have in your family, you're condemning them as well. So for all the women who have good fathers and have good relationship with their fathers, you're saying those men ain't shit. So listen, if it's not 80%, if it's not really that, women really need to do something better to prove that they do care about black men and they want to see black men and they want to see black men win and they want to win with them together. And that's what I have yet to really see that in droves, where women are coming out and saying, listen, we love black men and we want to work with them and we want to have lives with them, but maybe this is the shortcomings and this is the issues and this is our shortcomings and this is our issues. I have yet to see videos in mass of women owning up to their shit and saying, you know what, yeah, I got some issues and black men may have issues, but let's work on our issues together. I have yet to see a videos in mass of everybody being accountable and saying, look, let's figure out how to work this out. It's always...
And you're not going to see that. You're not going to see a video in mass full of black women saying that because women are on that Me Too movement. Oh, girl, a black man did me bad. Me too, girl. Well, my black man beat me. Me too, girl. Well, my black man had a baby in a relationship with another woman. Me too, girl. Or just anything petty. We don't like black men. We gonna run this. We are the baddies. We should usurp the authority of the man. We want to be the man, like she said. Me too, girl. You ain't gonna see that because it's not popular. It's not a trend. It's not something they really, really want to put out there. They want to keep all the narratives and all the propaganda just as negative as they possibly can. That's why you ain't gonna ever see that.
Our issues together. I have yet to see a videos in mass of everybody being accountable and saying, look, let's figure out how to work this out. It's always that one-sided narrative. I've always said these women don't seem to care about men. All they want you to do is give them money and provide for them, and that's it. They don't really want to be in relationships. They feel like if they're doing bad by themselves, they'd rather do bad by themselves than be with a man and work with a man and y'all thrive together. They just want a meal ticket. A lot of these women, not all, but the ones who speak on this, those.
And you really got to ask yourself something, ladies and gentlemen. If a woman is telling you that she can do bad all by herself, what is she doing that makes her life bad? Have you ever thought about that? Say, I could do bad all by myself. What decisions are you making that's making your life bad? And it'd be the main ones who say that shit, who really want to be in a relationship. Stay where you at by yourself doing bad. Because what happens is a man could be living his life, have peace, all these good things going on, and here you come with the bad that you got in your life, and now you messing up his life. All right, you corrupting his life. You messing up his life. Anyone who says I can do How come they never say I could do good by myself? Because they're not the kind of person that brings good things to them. Because their behavior attract negativity. Their behavior attract bad situations because they have a bad stinking attitude. I could do bad by myself. Stay bad and stay by yourself. Don't come over here with that nonsense, man. Let's keep going.
By themselves and be with a man and work with a man and y'all thrive together. They just want a meal ticket. A lot of these women, not all, but the ones who speak on this, those are the ones who would rather be by themselves than work with a man, because you don't want to hear anything from a black man. Even if the man is successful, you got a problem with that. You want to try to equal and get in a situation where you can be better than him. It becomes a competition. So if you're in a competition with your man, it's going to be a problem because he's not there trying to compete with you. But a lot of women are trying to compete with men. This contributes to that masculine mindset, that masculine behavior, that aggressive nature, that independent boss chick mindset or mentality. That's because they want to be a boss like a man. I've never heard so many women talking about I'm a boss, and half of them are not bosses. Just because.
Facts. There's a lot of, have you ever noticed, man? A lot of women who say that they are bosses are broke. A lot of women say, I'm a boss, I'm a baddie. They on government assistance, they on SNAP benefits, EBT. If you're a real boss, you don't need government assistance. You know who the bosses are? The men. The majority of the men are bosses. You got some women that can do it on their own without any of those things I just mentioned. But for the most part, it's the men who are the bosses, who don't have to use government assistance, especially black men. Okay? I think this guy, One Mike, the contractor that was on the live stream I had last Sunday, they made good points. They said that women are buying more homes. Women are bragging about having more homes, that they own homes and all this stuff like that. That's one side of it. But the other side, because I made videos proving this with statistical data, those same women who say, we're getting all the homes now, women are getting a lot of homes, they're also being evicted at the highest rate, black women. So you getting a home that you can't afford. You might be in there for a year or so, get foreclosed. You might be in there a year or so, can't afford the mortgage or rent, whatever you're doing. I mean, I got statistical data in one of my videos. Look it up. I think it's called Black Women Getting Evicted or something, left and right or something like that, from Monday to Sunday. Look it up. And I have a whole lot of statistical data proving, I'm talking about numbers and percentages of women getting thrown out on their ear. The same bosses that's saying they bosses out there. Let's keep going.
Because you're able to make money doesn't make you a boss. And that's the confusing, conflicting part of it, because they think, I can make money, now I'm a boss. No, you don't. You don't have any people working for you. You're not employing anybody else. It's just you. I'm always point out both sides. I'm always point out the women, because they're in denial. They're the ones who don't think that they have issues. They're the ones who think that they're perfect while deeming all black men as trash. And that's unacceptable. And I'm never going to agree with that, because it's not true. So listen, y'all, let me know what y'all think, because if black women care for black men, they need to speak up more, because all I hear is how they ain't shit and they're this and they're that in a negative way. So black women, speak up for your men if you care about them. Otherwise, what else are they going to believe? If you keep saying this about them and treating them a certain way, then that's why they don't want to deal with you. It's not that they're the ones out here saying we don't like black women, loud and proud. It's just you give them no other choice, in my opinion. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Comment, like, subscribe. Y'all know.
Well, I know y'all didn't get to see a whole lot of people talking on the clip with that, because that's just how she had that stuff set up. But I chose to play her because she hit a lot of nails on the head, man. She was right on a whole lot of shit that she said. So I hope you enjoyed the content of what she was saying, because she was speaking a whole lot of facts. Now, at the end, she said women need to speak up more, right? This Sunday, I've been talking behind the, doing stuff behind the scenes. A lady named Deborah, and she may bring a homegirl with her. It might be an all-girl panel this Sunday. And this Deborah lady, she was inspired by Kevin Samuels way back. So she started a channel, and she kind of take up for the men, kind of way that Kevin Samuels did, but at the same time, she also rebukes the behaviors of modern day black women, the older lady, right? So she should be on the show this Sunday unless something goes wrong. So I'm gonna have something prepared just in case, like a plan B in case she can't make it. But it may be her and another lady that's gonna join the show at 5:30 Central Standard Time this Sunday. Everybody can join, but I'm gonna give a certain amount of time just to those ladies. Nobody else come on. I want them to speak for a little bit and let them talk and let them rebuke the bad behaviors that we're seeing among our community when it comes to our women. Ask them questions or just let them go ahead and speak. You know how I do on my show. My channel is where everyone can bring their truth and they're free to speak. As long as everybody is respectful. That's all I care about. You know what I mean? And then I probably have some Q&A, meaning that a couple guys can come question them and don't rush, don't bash them on the head and stuff like that. You know, actually be sincere with your questioning and stuff like that, and understand that this is how this works. We got to have dialogue for anything to change. All right. And I know a lot of people are gonna be passionate about what they think men and women are like, and I'm fine with that. Be passionate about what you believe, but don't get so wrapped up in your passion, ladies and gentlemen, that you cannot hear the other side speak, because no solution is ever gonna come that way. You're gonna walk out. You're just gonna get out the show at the end of the day and feel like I gave that woman a piece of my mind, or I gave that man a piece of my mind, and at the end of the day, nothing changes. No one saw anyone else's point of view. All right, I want some solutions. I want solutions. That's what I want. So I hope y'all enjoyed this, man. Know how I get down. I'll be talking to y'all pretty soon again. Y'all have a great day. Y'all be safe out there. Hold on right quick. There it is. Y'all be safe now. You hear? Say that you